Offering group insurance is an awesome way and an effective way to attract and retain employees. When your company has an effective group health insurance plan, it makes people feel more valuable to the company because they know you care about them and you're looking out for their best interest. However, picking a group plan can be challenging and complex. So there are some common mistakes companies can make. This can lead into increased cost, dissatisfied employees, and also regulatory issues. Today, we're going to talk about the top mistakes that those companies make when they're selecting a group health plan. Yeah, if you have a current health plan in place right now, one of the big things we do is analyze the loss ratio, is what we call it, on the current health plan. What the loss ratio does is it shows you what you guys paid in premium and what's been paid out in claims. And for our large groups, they break it down in what was paid out in pharmacy, what's paid in doctors and hospital services. Small groups, they just give us a one sheet that says, here's the total in premiums, here's the total paid out in claims. One of the other things we like to do is we look at what your employees have enrolled in the past and to see if they're staying in those plans or if they've been migrating to a different option as the years go along. Look at your demographics of your employees. Are they older, younger, middle-aged? A lot of times when we're looking at our groups that have typically older demographics, those people are a little bit more conservative and are less likely to pick high deductible plans. They want a little bit more consistency of smaller co-pays, smaller deductibles. But then our younger group, the invincible ones, right? They think they're never gonna get hurt and they're always gonna be fine. They're gonna be picking the high deductibles and the plans that are maybe a little bit less expensive. It's important to understand your health insurance needs for your employees because you wanna make sure you're picking the best option for them too. Now it can be difficult because there's multiple employees, but you wanna pick what's best for the whole group.
It's important to compare plans because there can be significant cost and coverage differences from plan to plan. And different plans can also have significantly different networks. There are plenty of great resources out there. Of course, we think the best way to compare plans is with us. Not only are we going to be more attentive than a website, but we can help you with enrollment and administrative tasks that come after. Comparing plans can help you find the best coverage at the most affordable price.
And you shouldn't choose your group health plan solely on cost is because there might be other needs for those employees. The big thing though is you're now telling if it's just the cheapest plan and you've got a mixed demographic of employees, you're now putting everybody into that one plan and it might not be the best fit for everybody. We're big on multiple plans where the company offers more than one. We're a big proponent of that. Here's the one thing that a good benefit package does do is retains your employees. They're not gonna go to the next job for just a small pay raise because sometimes the health insurance isn't as good. We're finding people are staying longer with their current employer with better health plans.
Even if you have a great plan, you want to make sure your employees get the most out of it. So communicate as much as you can with your employees. It helps them make a good decision for them and their families about coverage. Holding informational meetings, providing written materials, and offering one-on-one consultations are great practices.
Each carrier has a different set of networks, right? So if you want a network, they have the small networks, they have the medium networks, and they have the large networks. And you want to make sure if you're picking the smaller network, they're going to have all the services and all the care that you need for your healthcare needs. If you have more needs and you need a bigger network, you're going to want to go with their larger network. And again, the larger network can cost more money. So is a broad network always the best network? And the answer to that is no. Not everybody needs the broad network. There are people that just use one healthcare system. If that's the care system you need, you can pick plans that have just those care systems in the plan, which can save you money. But again, that's maybe not always effective for every employee. You want to be able to use the doctors you need to use. When you're sick or when you need care, you want to be able to get the services that you need to get better.
Reviewing your insurance plan annually is important. It ensures that it continues to meet the needs of your employees. There are practices that you can put in place to make sure that your plan gets reviewed. Surveys, focus groups, and suggestion boxes always keep the conversation going. Make sure you set aside time to review your plan and your employees' needs.
When it comes to your company's group health insurance, it's important to consider deductibles and co-payments because some employees need co-pays because they're using more health care. Some people need deductibles because they're maybe not using it as much. Or maybe some employees want deductibles or higher deductibles because they have a lot of money in their HSAs. Again, you're going to want to consider those two things when picking a plan. Deductibles and copays are coming out of your employees' pockets. They're going to be very aware of what those costs are. So if the costs are too high, it can make the employees feel like you're not looking out for their best interest and you've maybe picked a plan that was better for the company, not for the employees, which then they can say, well, the company's not looking out for my best interest, so now I might go to another position or another company because they've got a better health plan than I've got. Picking the right plan will show support for the employees.
Think of your administrative requirements as maintenance your company needs to do on an ongoing basis. Remember, on an ongoing basis, you'll have to enroll new employees into the plan or term employees off, ensure your plan is compliant with state and federal regulations, and communicate with your employees about the plan. Allocate the proper time and resources to this management, and you'll make the most out of your plan.
Not every employee is the same, and guess what? Not everybody's health insurance is the same either. We believe it's important to offer a variety of plans because it's giving the people a menu to choose from. You have multiple plans, right? Low deductible, middle deductible, high deductible, low copays, higher copays, and also ancillary products, dental, disability, life insurance, accident policies, cancer products, critical illness products, and also picking the size of the network, right? We talked about smaller networks, medium networks, and large networks. That also can be very valuable. Having options gives your employees the choice to pick what fits their needs best. Selecting and administering a group health plan can be a very daunting task, but being aware of the top mistakes companies make, you can provide the support your employees need.